Well, there's been a lot of talk about brown lawns with the drought and the water restrictions this summer. And the brown lawns, well, will continue to stay because Denver's Board of Water Commissioners voted to ban lawn watering after October 1st. Thanks for joining us for 9 News at Noon. I'm Sam Shocker. So what does this all mean? It means that as of October 1st, there will be no more sprinklers. Denver water customers can only hand water trees and plants. The current water restrictions aren't working well enough. The utility water's reserves are only at 73%. Normally, they're at 94% at this time. And there are estimations that if this is another bad winter, the amount of water could drop to 60% by spring. Well, speaking of water and the drought, we should get some much needed rain today, we hope, but hail is also a big possibility for some parts of the Denver metro and eastern plains, as well as damaging winds. Outside right now, though, a little bit of cloud coverage, blue skies, looks nice and warm. Let's get more details now from Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact team. Hey, Keely.
Hey, no question, calm before the storms right now. Beautiful shot as we take a live look out over Golden from Lookout Mountain. Just a few clouds. Those clouds will build as we head into the afternoon. And yes, we are tracking the potential for strong to severe weather, not just here in the metro area, up and down the I-25 corridor and out across the eastern plains. Temperatures right now, we're in the mid to upper 70s outside the 9 News studios. We're at 83 degrees already in Greeley, 81 in Loveland. So we've got 80s down across the southern plains as well. Up in the mountains, certainly more mild. 70s to right around 80 degrees and upper 80s out across the western slope. Live radar. We have been tracking some activity moving through the northeast. It is slow to move out. And then we will be tracking faster moving storms by this afternoon. We do have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms. That does include the Denver metro area, the I-25 corridor, and the adjacent plains. That will start after about 3 o'clock this afternoon and go until about 9. 87 degrees, that is our forecast high for today. So we talk about the storms, the hail and the wind, the main threats. We are in store for warmer and drier weather, though, in just a couple of days. We'll talk about that and break down the timeline of when we can expect to see those stronger storms coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
All right, Keely, thank you. As the world mourns the loss of Dolly Parton, we've learned actor Tim Curry has also died. That news came this morning. The 80-year-old English actor was known for his iconic roles like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Clue, Annie, It, among others. He had been confined to a wheelchair since a stroke back in 2012 and even lost his ability to speak for 4 years. He still did a handful of projects after that. So far, no cause of death has been released. Denver's North High School community is mourning the loss of 17-year-old Yorbelis Gutierrez Arena. Lakewood police say she died Monday in a suspected murder-suicide. Friends and family gathered at Berkeley Park last night, releasing white balloons into the air. The senior was a member of the Denver North softball team. Classmates remember their friend as someone who had a bright future ahead.
She was a student that we were looking forward to her college applications, her scholarships, finding out what college she was gonna get into, hugging her at graduation, seeing her in her prom dress, and now we have to go through those things that we usually feel happy and celebratory of without her, and it's just like a hole,
The school is also grieving the loss of another classmate, 17-year-old Giovanni Ramos, who was shot and killed in July. Denver Public Schools is providing crisis response and recovery support for students and staff. We are waiting to hear of a ruling today on the unusual case of a grandmother living in Colorado in defiance of a judicial order to return her to Texas against her wishes. 9 News Investigates brought you the story of Peggy Hill Monday night. She's been living with her son and daughter-in-law for months in Fort Collins. Last year, that same son entered into a mediated settlement agreement that placed his mom under the care of a guardianship in Texas. The settlement also dictated that Peggy Hill would live half of the year in Colorado, half in Texas with her other sons. Hill's refused to go back for months, saying she wants to continue living here. A judge in Texas heard arguments yesterday on whether Peggy's son in Colorado should be held in contempt for not returning her to Texas. The judge said an order should come today. We will keep you updated. Colorado is among nearly 30 states claiming victory right now that Facebook and Instagram parent company Meta has agreed to pay $17 billion. Also, they need to add child safety measures to settle claims over teen social media addiction.
They knowingly exposed young users to serious mental health harms, including self-harm and even suicide. They harvested data so they could make money and told the public there was nothing to worry about and the platforms were safe, even though the truth was quite the opposite.
The long list of states sued the tech giant back in 2023, but the trial was just underway now. The head of Instagram took the stand this week. This deal cuts the trial short before creator and CEO Mark Zuckerberg was set to testify himself. The Colorado Attorney General, who's also the Democratic candidate for governor, is having Colorado join 24 other states in suing the U.S. Postal Service. This follows yesterday's U.S. Supreme Court ruling that allows the Postal Service to create a list of approved voters and only deliver ballots to people on that list. The states that are suing argue this will prevent states like Colorado from effectively sending out ballots in the mail. City council members in Aurora are looking to pass new rules for food trucks operating on city property. The sponsor of the ordinance told the Denver Gazette there's been a big overcrowding issue in certain areas. The new rules would not only put limits on where food trucks can park, but also how long they can stay without leaving to dump wastewater. After Monday night's meeting, council members decided they won't be moving forward with a vote until they review more data from staff. A warning for drivers now. Tonight, there will be a full closure of the Evans Avenue on-ramp to northbound Santa Fe, plus several double lane closures along Santa Fe between Evans and Florida Avenue. Crews will be pouring concrete for the new West Jewel pedestrian bridge. The closure starts at 7 and goes until 6 tomorrow morning. But officials say the on-ramp will be closed for the next 2 weeks. Detours will be visible.